Hi everyone, welcome to Enjoy English. I'm Steven.
大家好，我是 Bernice.
Today's day is October 8th. For the next 2 days, please look at pages 18 to 21 under the origins.
我们今天一样是2天的课程，要讲到的是追根究底。
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday!
老师高呼了3声的 Mayday， 5月天来了。不是，我们不是要去看演唱会。这个 Mayday 呢，其实就是一种紧急喊救命、救命啊、救命啊，请求支援的意思。
A call for help, not for fun.
对，这个是真的是紧急的求救哦，可不是跟你开玩笑的呢。
Let's get started.
好的。
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday! In many action and adventure movies, we often see a scene where an airplane is in serious danger. The pilot or hero grabs the radio microphone and starts repeating the word Mayday. While most people understand this word signals dangerous situations, few people know where it comes from. The word Mayday is a special distress signal that is used in radio communications when ships or planes are in danger. It is the most urgent call and indicates that a life-threatening emergency is occurring. Typical reasons for a Mayday call include engine failure, bad weather, and medical emergencies. Among these, bad weather is particularly common and can sometimes prevent planes from flying normally. Due to the seriousness of such emergencies, a special radio frequency is reserved for Mayday calls. This allows emergency responders and nearby ships or airplanes to receive the message right away and quickly take action. In the case of an emergency, the pilot or captain will first say the word Mayday 3 times and then briefly explain the situation. Rescue organizations give special attention to ships or planes that send out Mayday calls so that they can rush to help those on board.
In many action and adventure movies, we often see a scene where an airplane is in serious danger.
刚才呢，我们一开头呢，听到 Stephen 老师在叫 Mayday 的时候，你会不会有一种脑袋里面突然跳出来一个画面，一个 scene 呢？这样的一个场景呢？这个场景呢，通常发生在什么时候呢？在很多的 action。一些冒险动作片里面，对不对 ？Adventure 这些动作片里面呢，我们常常呢就会看到这样的一个场景出现了。什么样的场景 ？Where 就是在这个场景里面发生了什么事情呢？就是有一架飞机突然呢，它就 is in serious， 突然陷入了相当重大的危险。
Let's look at that word often. Okay, it has a T sound, so you can say often.
有时候会听到人家这样念。
Yeah, but I usually pronounce it often without the T sound. So a lot of T's in the middle of an English word are not pronounced. Yeah, it's common to do that. Okay, and in danger, we could just say that, right? But in serious danger, adds an extra layer of like very, very, and like they're in a lot of trouble.
没错。
Right? The pilot or hero grabs the radio microphone and starts repeating the word Mayday.
那什么时候他们会突然叫出这个字呢？通常呢，就是电影里面这个主角啦。第一个，你要不就是 pilot， 你要不就是飞行员，你要不就是那个里面的主角英雄。他这时候就抓起了无线电的这个麦克风，靠近他这个嘴巴啦，然后 and 就开始做什么？开始呢，不断的重复 start 后面加 ing， 其实加 to 也是可以的啊。start 加上 ing repeating 就是一直重复的喊这一个字，就是 Mayday。
While most people understand this word signals dangerous situations, few people know where it comes from.
While 这边字就是 although 的一个连接词，叫虽然啦。 虽然呢，我们大部分人都了解说，哦，这个字我们一听到 Mayday 这个字出现的时候呢 ，signal 就它代表着，它表示的就是哦，现在有一个很危险的这个情况出现了。但是很少很少人记得 few 一个字叫做很少，很少很少的人知道到底 Mayday 这个字它的来由是什么呢？它从哪来的呢
？Right, what the origins are of the word Mayday.
Yeah.
Okay, and here the word signal. Okay, here we see it being used as a verb. Okay, the word signals dangerous situations. But in the next paragraph, we're going to see it being used in a different form. Because that's something to pay attention to. It's very interesting. A lot of words can be used interchangeably as a verb or a noun. Yeah, you just have to pay attention to where it's being placed in the sentence to know whether it's being used as a noun or a verb.
是的
All right. And here, while most people understand this word signals, another word you could use is signifies, right? S-I-G-N-I-F-Y. If you do the third person form of that verb, it would be S-I-G-N-I-F-I-E-S. Signifies dangerous situations. Right, so that's just another verb you could use as well. Okay, let's take a short break.
好的
The word Mayday is a special distress signal that is used in radio communications when ships or planes are in danger.
好啦，所以第二段呢的第一个句子就是告诉你 Mayday 这个字到底是什么意思，它代表的意思主要是什么呢？他说其实这个字呢是一个非常特殊的一个 distress signal， 这就是老师刚才讲的，这时候的 signal 就当成是名词了。那什么叫 distress 呢？这个字表示痛苦啦、悲伤，但是它也有遇难的时候用到这个字，遇险遇难。所以呢，它这个很特殊的一个，当你遇险遇难的一个求救的一个讯号。That 这样的一个讯号用后面来形容这样的一个 distress signal， 这样的一个讯号呢是被用来 is used， 在什么样的状况底下呢？通常呢就是指我们无线电的这个通讯里面啦，所以 radio communication 就是我们拿无线电在这个通讯的时候，那个时间点呢，就是当船只或者是一些飞机呢陷入了危险的时候。
It is the most urgent call and indicates that a life-threatening emergency is occurring.
哇，这个字呢，它其实什么时机点来用呢？他说呢 ，Mayday 这样的一个字是陷入在一个最怎么样 urgent， 非常非常紧急。好，urgent 这边当形容词，一个最紧急的一个求救的呼叫。那么，并且呢，它是 indicates， 记得还是要加 s 啦，因为你的主词是 it 啊，不要写到后面就忘记你的前面的主词是谁了。indicates 就是表示 shows that， 表示说呢，这时候你出现了一个 life threatening， 这个 ing 加了 ing 变成一个形容词了，就是威胁到你生命的什么呢？Emergency 这时候是名词，就是表示一个很危急的一个状况，现在正在发生。
So when something is a threat, okay, that means it's something that could cause you harm. It's something that is dangerous. Okay, and that's being used as a noun. But if I say something to kind of make Bernice loves to feel unsafe, that is, I could be threatening her or giving her a threat.
是的。
Or, so threaten, so T-H-R-E-A-T-E-N, threaten someone, 就是威胁某一个人。Okay, so life-threatening, these are two words put together and being used as an adjective in this sentence, a life-threatening emergency. So here we could just say that an emergency is occurring, but we're adding that extra adjective to show that someone's life could be in danger.
没错。
Right? Typical reasons for a Mayday call include engine failure, bad weather, and medical emergencies.
好。接下来呢，第三个句子它就告诉我们在哪一些其他的情形我们也会用 Mayday， 除了像刚才我们讲的这些所谓的飞行员啦，或者是主角啦，他们拿着 radio 在生命受到威胁的时候会讲 Mayday 这个字呢， typical reasons， 还有一些 typical 很典型常见的这些理由呢，针对我们使用 Mayday 这样的一个呼救的这个信号呢，还有包括呢，第一个你的引擎，比如说你在开飞机的时候，哎呀，突然引擎故障，那这时候你的飞机可能要坠落了，对不对？又或者是天气非常的恶劣，还有呢，你可能有一些医疗 medical 在医疗方面的这些紧急的状况出现，都会叫 Mayday 这个字。
Emergencies. When you have a plural form of emergency, make sure you take off the Y and add IES.
是的。
Okay. Among these, bad weather is particularly common and can sometimes prevent planes from flying normally.
Among 这个字呢，要特别注意，很多同学都只会用 between， 都会忘记还有一个字叫 among。这个字是三者或以上的之间，两个叫 between， 那三个以上我们就要用到这个字。所以在刚才我们讲了好多的状况呀，所以它已经超过三个了，对吧？所以这时候你就不能再用 between 了。所以在这么多的状况里面，其中呢，坏天气、恶劣的天气呢，它是 particularly common， 非常尤其的常见。我们知道这个 particularly 用来突出，在一个句子里面突出这个对比的这个状态，就特别强调，尤其是常见，就是这么多状况里面，尤其常见的就是 bad weather。而且甚至有的时候呢，因为天气状况一不好的时候呢，有的时候可能就会 prevent something from ing 这样的一个句型，表示使得什么东西阻止它，阻止东西，以免它怎么样。所以你的坏天气有的时候可能会阻止你的那些飞机呢，以免的让它没有办法怎么样正常的飞行。所以这个句子就是说，有时候甚至呢，因为坏天气的影响，飞机就没有办法正常的运行了。
Right. So that's why I always say that learning adverbs is very important in the English language. Because here I could say, among these, bad weather is common and can sometimes prevent planes from flying normally. But having particularly there just kind of really adds an extra layer of it's like very 特别的是这样子, right? And you could also say bad weather is especially common, but particularly is another adverb to learn.
Yeah.
And that can be a little bit difficult for people who are learning English and don't understand that you do have to stick your tongue out when you have the L sound in English words. So if you didn't do that, it'll be really difficult. You might go particularly, right? It'll be very difficult after the first L to get that last li sound out.
Yeah.
So when you see the L, the letter L in a word, usually your tongue comes out in between your teeth. Particularly. Okay, so practice it slow. Maybe you can take out the li first and just go particular. Okay, and then if you're comfortable with that tongue coming out, go particularly. Okay, so a lot of sounds in English have the tongue come out twice.
Yeah.
If you don't have that habit, particularly, the second one will be very difficult to pronounce. So that's why you should try to form that habit first so that you never have that situation where you can't pronounce the second L sound.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a short break.
好的。
Due to the seriousness of such emergencies, a special radio frequency is reserved for Mayday calls.
就是由于呢，due to 就是 because of， 就是因为呢有这样子的这些紧急事件的严重性，特别注意哦，这时候我们不能用 serious 了，因为 serious 是形容词，所以把这个形容词后面加上了 ness， 就把它构成了一个名词的一个样子。好，这样子的一个严重性，什么样的严重性呢？Such 就是像刚才我们讲的这一些所谓的紧急事件，所以你的 emergencies 还是要用复数的。那这时候呢，就有一个很特殊的一个 radio frequency， 这时候的 frequency 表示频率哈，就一个比较特殊的这一个所谓的无线电的这个频率。这个频率呢，特别是 is reserved for 被保留下来 ，is kept， 我们把它保留下来。为了什么保留下来呢 ？Mayday message 就是特别有人要喊这个 Mayday Mayday 的时候，我们就特别把这个 Mayday calls 这样的一个 radio 的这个频率，就为了它保留下来了。
Right, so that word such And this particular sentence is referring to the emergencies we were talking about in a previous context. So if you want to use that word such, you have to make sure that people are very clear what you're talking about. Okay, we were just finished talking about the different types of emergencies in the previous paragraph, which is why it's appropriate to use here. You could also say due to the seriousness of these kinds of emergencies, but such, that's a more succinct or short, concise way to say the same thing. A lot of times in English writing, we do encourage students to learn the fastest way and the most concise way to say something. It shows like you have a higher level of understanding of the English language. Okay. This allows emergency responders and nearby ships or airplane to receive the message right away and quickly take action.
为什么我们要有一个这样的一个特别的频率呢？保留下来，特别就是给 Mayday 这样的讯号来做使用呢？它的原因就是 this 就是指上面这一个状况 ，allow 什么什么 to 怎么样，我们就知道是表示让这个东西可以怎么样。主要呢，它就是让这种所谓的 emergency responders， 就是当你呢附近有这些紧急应变的这些单位的时候，我们知道这个 respond 是原本是它表示回应的意思，加了 er 就是回应的人嘛，所以就是说呢，这些有特别紧急的这个回应的单位，还有 nearby 在附近呢，刚好有一些船只啦，或者是飞机啦，这些他们都可以 to， 好，我们刚刚讲 allow to， 都可以让他们可以接收到这些所谓 Mayday 的 message， 而且是 right away， 是 immediately 立刻就会收到了嘛，你就不能说我这边 Mayday make 个半天，然后没有人要来，那你干嘛还要喊 Mayday， 对不对？并且当你呢听到的这些东西的时候呢，你要马上 quickly 很快的 take action， 就要迅速的行动了。
All right, let's take a short break.
好的。
In the case of an emergency, the pilot or captain will first say the word Mayday 3 times and then briefly explain the situation.
要记得要讲3遍，一遍不够，要讲3遍哦。好，所以他就讲了 ，In the case of 这个片语呢，就是表示在这样的一个情况底下就是如果发生了这样的事情的时候呢，通常就是当我们要提到另外一个事件的时候，特别指到另外一个事件，我们会用到 in the case of。他说呢，当我们特别遇到这种紧急状况的时候呢，你如果是当下的这个飞行员啦，或者你是 captain， 就是船长的时候呢，你是第一个，赶紧的就拿出这个 radio 呢，然后就要开始说这个 Mayday， 然后要连续说3次，然后呢，接着你要 briefly， 你要简短一点的，赶快去解释到底为什么你要喊 Mayday 啊，就是发生了什么状况，所以你要很简短的赶紧去稍微的解释一下。
Right. You could say the opposite of briefly would be elaborately, right? And then explain the situation in detail.
Yeah.
That's also another way to say the opposite of briefly. But in this situation, because you need somebody to know you're in danger and you need their help right away, you don't have the time to tell them that elaborately or in detail. You have to tell them briefly. Now, elaborately comes from the verb elaborate, E-L-A-B-O-R-A-T-E. Okay, and that just means to give more details, to not say things shortly. You have to you have to give a lot of information. And elaborately, just adding an ly to that is the adverb form.
对，老师刚才讲那个字就是指呢，你要讲的巨细靡遗啦。可是当你在这个危机的时候，你怎么可能讲的巨细靡遗？你是赶快讲说我们现在飞机怎样，要很快的、精准的去解释。
Yeah, you have to say it briefly.
Yeah.
Rescue organizations give special attention to ships or planes that send out Mayday calls so that they can rush to help those on board.
这时候呢，就会有一些救援的单位啦 ，rescue 我们就知道是去拯救、去救援的意思。他们这时候呢，特别就会给予这些所谓的刚才讲的这些船只或者是飞机有发出 Mayday 的这些船只或者是飞机呢，给他们一些比较特殊的这个关注。然后呢，尤其是什么样的这个船只跟飞机呢？就是那一些 that 一样去用来形容这些 ships or planes。Send out 就是指呢，你发出这个讯号 Mayday 的这个讯号。 So that 合在一起，这是一个连接词，叫这样的话，所以你要记得 so that 前后两边都得接主词、动词、主词、动词。后面的这个主词是 they， 这个 they 就是指刚才的 rescue organizations， 就是这些救援的单位呢，就可以 rush to， 就可以很快的冲过去，好，赶过去，去帮助 those 就是 those people on board 就是指 on the ship, on the plane 或者 on the any kind of transportations， 在这些所谓的交通工具上面的人。
It's interesting because I've always heard Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. I think most people hear that, doesn't matter what language you speak, you know that's like the universal word for like I'm in danger, right? And universal, we know the word universe, that means 宇宙, right? So universal,
全球都是这么用的。
全球, U-N-I-V-E-R-S-A-L. It's a universal word that everyone uses when they know, when they're in danger. I just never knew where it came from. So tomorrow's lesson, we get to find out more about the origins of this word Mayday.
没错。
Yeah, like you, when you said Mayday, I automatically thought of the band 五月天, right? But obviously, I don't think they mean they're in danger. They're a very popular group. I think they're fine, right? Okay, so tomorrow, let's find out more about the origins of the word Mayday, and we hope to see you then.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.